G'day! We're heading out to Bradys Lookout today. It's a nice place for a picnic. It's got some awesome views of the Tamar River and it also tells the story of Matthew Brady, Tasmania's own gentleman bushranger. Stick around to learn more.
Anywhere you wanna go, let's go. Together, anything you wanna be, let's be. Forever, don't you worry about a thing. We were born to break away. Everything will fade, but love remains.
Bradys Lookout is just 20 kilometres from Launceston on the West Tamar Highway.
Hi guys.
So it's just me and Harry today because Linda and Chloe are both feeling unwell. So we're having a boys' day. Brady was born in England in 1799. He may have been well educated. He was transported to Australia as a convict. Now, his crime may have been forgery or stealing food. I've got conflicting information. But he rebelled against the conditions in Sydney, and he received a lot of lashes for his trouble. He also got a ticket to Sarah Island in Tasmania, which was called Van Diemen's Land at the time. That's where they sent the problem convicts. Anyway, him and a couple of other convicts escaped on a whaleboat and spent the next couple of years living as bushrangers in Tasmania. This lookout was one of his haunts. Matthew Brady had in mind to escape Tasmania by pirating a ship on the Tamar River. This spot gave him a great view of potential victims. His attempts were never successful though. His gangmates just weren't so keen on seafaring. There's two lookouts here. We're just heading down to the second one now.
This one looks older.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
Bradys Lookout has toilets and barbecue facilities. I don't know, you spend days researching and learning your lines, and then you read a sign that contradicts everything you've learnt. What are you supposed to do? We're now heading to Notley Gorge Reserve, another place that's important in the story of Matthew Brady. One thing that hits you the minute you get out of the car is the silence. There's no traffic noise, there's no human noise. We really are out in the bush here. You can hear some birds.
But something I really need to look at.
Be on guard, lest you be relieved of your possessions. Bushrangers lurk in this forest. At least that's how it was in the 1820s. Matthew Brady was the leader of a notorious gang of bushrangers who, it is thought, used this area as their hideout. So this is an example of dense rainforest here in Tassie. And this is the kind of countryside that the European settlers would have first experienced when they came here to Tasmania. Tell you what, there's nothing like stepping back in time into history. Where's that TARDIS, eh?
What'd you say?
So it's said that Matthew Brady and his gang hid out here at this hollow tree. And they reckon that they managed to fit the entire gang inside the tree. They can't have been big blokes. So just think, Matthew Brady himself may have stood right here and hid from the soldiers. He didn't like the redcoats very much. Pretty cool. Phew. Now this is Tasmania. I think I just heard the sound of a velociraptor in the trees. So if you're watching this, it means that I wasn't eaten by dinosaurs. Either that or somebody found my phone and decided to upload this footage on my behalf. One of the members of his gang, named Cohen, was a plant. He betrayed Brady for a pardon. So, in 1826, after a big shootout, Matthew Brady was wounded in the leg. While the soldiers failed to capture him, he was apprehended by John Batman, who would later go on to found the city of Melbourne. Yes, that's right people, Melbourne is a colony of Launceston. Anyway, Brady was in pain and Batman was no soldier, so Brady surrendered. So the reason that Brady was called a gentleman bushranger was he was very polite to the people he robbed, and he wouldn't tolerate any mistreatment of women. Seems he was a bit of a ladies' man. When they announced his death sentence, there were wails heard in the courtroom, and as he awaited his execution, his jail cell was filled with flowers from the ladies of Hobart Town.
Why are these trees so grassy?
They've got moss growing on them.
Dad, that's a tree!
That's not a tree. That's a tree. We're just having a bit of a breather. It's hard work climbing up the hill. It was hard enough going down. We're pretty tired. But the view is totally worth it. It's just so awesome out here. This is that exercise thing they talk about. Kind of sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Exercise is good. This seat is as hard as a rock, though. So I actually brought Linda here to the Notley Gorge Fern Reserve the very first day we met. So we actually met on an internet chat site. This was like way before social media. Anyway, she came down to Tasmania to visit, and we spent the week hanging out just as friends. Kind of fell head over heels for each other. We made it. We're back at the top. I don't know how, but we made it. Home sweet car park. Yeah, good idea, mate.
Proper chair.
Well, we're back at the car. It was a big walk, but it was absolutely fantastic. So I really hope you've enjoyed seeing Bradys Lookout and the Notley Fern Reserve. And I hope you enjoyed learning more about Matthew Brady. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, it really helps. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can see more cool stories like this. And if you click the bell icon next to the subscribe button, you'll be notified whenever we make a new video. So that'd be a good thing to do too. Anyway, thanks for sticking with us. Have a great time. Catch you next episode.